If you walked into this classroom at Assiniboia Composite High School, the students would have a hard time telling you what class they were taking. And not because they aren't paying attention, but because they don't learn in segmented subjects. 3 teachers have worked together to combine history, English, and information processing and embedded the principles of project-based learning to create a truly unique learning experience for students. Research clearly shows that integrated studies using projects increases student engagement and provides an opportunity for deeper understanding not easily done in segregated classes.
I did some presentations with your
Al Wandler and Melanie Delorme have become familiar with the power of project-based learning and attempted to incorporate it into their respective history and English courses. Part of their efforts included the use of technology to enhance and share student learning in richer ways. Their first attempts brought some successes, but they knew it could be greatly improved.
We were running into all kinds of roadblocks structurally in terms of trying to go across curricular, because we thought you got Canadian literature, you got Canadian history, there should be match here, this should be easy to do, and because we're going to double our time, we should be able to go deeper into different topics. The roadblocks that were in place when we first tried that on a traditional school day, it just was difficult.
We had to approach our administration and present them with, this is what this could look like. If you gave us the same kids all morning and gave them 3 credits, we could do some amazing things.
Last year, Mel and Al did a Region Fest together. They did a project, and what we found is that I was being called in a lot for support for any of their technological problems the students were having, or how to make videos, or how to do a PowerPoint and put them all together. The kids use the technology as a tool to bring the content to life in their classes. I was doing that on my own, being pulled out of my own classes that I was teaching to do that. So when we started talking about combining the English and the history together, I came in as a logical fit for bringing my class to life, making the assignments that I give and the content that I teach relevant to the students, and not as an add-on, but as a tool to deliver the content or their message or to communicate.
The restructuring of their day gave them the luxury of time. Time to blend ideas and content, time to go deeper into learning, and time to provide quality feedback for students.
You're going to give them power. What else do they want? Right? If we can just keep them down. And with my group, the person who's done their poem said, okay, I'm done. Okay, well, let me take a look at it. Okay, well, what about this part here? Is this the message you want to convey? Well, no, I was thinking about this. And I said, well, you know, talk about imagery. Like, does imagery just have to be about vision? Like, can we use smells, or can we use hearing? And they're like, well, I can do that. And they looked at me finally and go, well, wait a minute. What are we doing here? I'm done. No, we're going to make this better. How can we make this better? We have the time. Let's use the time. And so they would go back, and then Lana would come. You know, we didn't really stick with our kids. We kind of rotated around, and then she would give different feedback, and it was constantly going back. And then we made them read each other's poems and see what they had for perspective. And by the end, when I got back to that original kid that I said, I'm done, I said, okay, now what do you think about this? Now that you're done, you're ready to tape. What do you think? She goes and says, I'm really proud of this. Which I've heard students use before, but on that particular project, I heard 3 kids use it on the same project, and I've never heard that before.
We have kids who are doing projects where they're writing a poem, they're presenting it, and they love it, and they say things like, I want to do this again. Or we had a student who didn't do such a great job of his, watched the other people filming it, and then said, you know what, I'd really like the chance to do that project again, because he could see that it wasn't as good as he could have done. So it gives them ownership of the projects. When we can go deeper into it, we can take longer to do it. We can give them more feedback during to make it a better project. It makes them take more ownership of it, like it more, appreciate it more, and do a better job.
And so, as much as, you know, the English 30 curriculum is Canadian literature, but if I can teach Canadian literature and also get them to come away with, I also want to be a responsible Canadian citizen, that's incredible. I love this class. I love teaching this way, and I love that we are teaching things beyond our curriculum. you know, of course we're teaching our curriculum, the student learning outcomes are all there, but they're also learning things about poverty in our country, about volunteering, and about First Nations issues that they would never have been able to grasp in a 1 hour pencil and paper, this is how we have to learn.